SteamOS, it's dead, going away. Neowin, SteamOS has fallen to its lowest level since the history of forever.
What's with that handprint? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to watch out for steamy handprints, man. They're around there. Almost 40, latest survey, let's talk numbers, man. 40% of people still rocking Windows 10. 53% now on Windows 11. Linux, as we make our slow glacial crawl up to 2.69 nice percent, but SteamOS, the latest and greatest arched base madness, has fallen down to 30%. That's down from its peak of 45% in May of last year.
It's the end of the world, you guys. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, just throw away your Steam Deck.
Burn it all down. So I got hit with the Steam hardware survey this week, and it does that thing where, like, if you have multiple computers, it will load it up on all of them. I pointedly did not boot up my Steam Deck this week, so I'm probably contributing something to the drop in numbers.
Do you think it's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, or just like?
Well, it's I just don't like have a game I want to play on the Steam Deck at the moment, right? Like, but or that I have time to like sit down and play. But like, I do wonder, like, now that Valve, has the actual numbers, because we all know the Steam hardware survey is fiction. It is people voluntarily providing information, self-reporting, not the most accurate thing in the world. This is just more of a haha interesting. And I'm sure Valve knows what the actual numbers are. And I do wonder, like, how much of this is people like getting some of the other Steam Deck like machines and trying stuff out on those, people installing other operating systems on their Steam Deck. And yeah, also, I mean, like, what, CatchyOS is making some gains there. That's the new one I see everyone bringing up.
That's the new cool one, isn't it? I love it when we got a new cool one to cheer for. What was the last one? Nix?
Bazite.
NixOS. People are still on Bazite. Yeah. Solus was the cool one for a while.
Yeah. What was it? Clear Linux, remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Solus got spun out of Clear Linux. That was the Intel project that Ike was working on.
Pop OS at one point.
Pop OS was hot.
Mint was the once upon a time that was the hot new startup, right?
That's what you got to tell everybody, like, running out to install CatchyOS. Like, you'll be installing something else if that's how you roll. Give it a year or two. There'll be a new one.
Yeah, but like, but again, like, there are other models of handhelds coming out. I do wonder how that is going to modulate the results, if at all they're going to start being reported through this thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's interesting. It's always worth like a sneak a peek. I wish Valve would. Like, I don't see a reason for them, like, not to just post actual numbers. Like, it's anonymous.
Yeah.
I
100% agree, because, like, dealing with these actual numbers, like, it's just giving, like, this larger, like, how they use in the article. It's like 43% of, like, whatever, like, SteamOS was 45% of whatever the Linux user base, and then it's like these articles just give us a larger look than what we are, sort of like our modest numbers. But like, yeah, I would definitely love to see like the actual, like, Valve coming out with the results saying this is how many people like are using SteamOS on the Steam Deck, whoever like put Windows on it, like. So
here's the thing. I definitely think that, especially nowadays, they would be incredibly reticent. Remember fucking what was it, Steam Stats? It was the one that it turns out that, like, the Epic Sweeney had hired the guy on. He was doing the data. Yeah, so like, people were doing that level of analytics, and I think definitely Valve that all that information is a lot of like profitable information that is like intellectual property of Valve, and I don't know if they would necessarily want to like share that, because someone could attempt to use it to like make a competing product, sort of like, well, I mean, they'd have to like actually make it a full feature. Well, we'll get ahead of ourselves.